Hello and welcome to Goa News Now. Well, today we are in MPT, Murmugaon Port Authority, sorry, not MPT. And today we have the 12-time president of Goa Barge Owner Association, Mr. Atul Yadav ji. And we have several questions from him because he represents the barge industry and various other forums in the state administration. He has information about all aspects. So अतुल बाब पयलीं सांगा हे बार्ज ओनराचे सद्या परिस्थिती कितें आसा?
एकदम बिकट आसा. आतां आमचे गोंयान आमचे गोवा बार्ज ओनर असोसिएशनचे मेंबर आमी 100 मेंबर आशिल्ले. आतां टुडे वी आर कम डावन टू ओन्ली 35 मेंबर अँड बार्जीस आमच्यो आशिल्ल्यो 304. तितून 80 धाकट्यो बार्जी आशिल्ल्यो जे वेर देर फॉर पास्ट 40-50 years which were catering to the smaller jetties etc. And 224 were big barges, that is about 2000 tonners. So we were among the highest in India who were having this kind of barges in one single association. Exporters had 62 barges, so total 366 barges. Today our position is we have got only 63 barges which are 2000 tonners and hardly 14 barges which are 800 and 1000 tonners. So almost we are almost 75% of what strength we had. So it's a very disaster and it's not a good thing because something has to be done immediately. If the export of iron ore has to start, maybe it will start after the auction is over. पण जेन्ना एक्सपोर्ट स्टार्ट जातलो पळय तेन्ना बार्जीस आसपाना आमच्या कडेन कित्याक आमचे 63 बार्जीस जे गोंयान आसा गोंयचे आमचे मेंबराचे आसा त्यातले 20-30 बार्जीस आर ऑपरेटिंग इन महाराष्ट्रा अँड गुजरात. सो देर आर नो बार्जीस, विल बी 30 बार्जीस हियर ऑपरेटिंग फॉर 20 million tons ऑफ एक्सपोर्ट विच सुप्रीम कोर्ट हॅज अलाउड. आमकां कमीत कमी 100 बार्जीस जाय, 80 नाल्यार 100 बार्जीस जाय
विच इज नॉट देयर.
विच इज नॉट देर. आनी एक्सपोर्टरा कडेन कितले बार्जीस आसा? हार्डली 34 बार्जीस. सो विथ 34 एंड आवर दिस थिंग विल नॉट. थोडे बार्जी असे आसा की तांकां रिपेर करपाक पयशे ना. सो इफ वी हॅव टू गेट रेडी फॉर 20 million ton, it is necessary that the government has to make sure that funding for repairs has to be done for these barges because these are now bare minimum. If we do not repair the barges now, we will not be able to survive. Export of iron ore will not take place. So if you want local people to get employment, if you want the barge owners to survive and they should be available for the service, the loan has to be given. For example, now 2 years COVID, see the government immediately declare 2 crore loan under MSME sector, which Mr. Gadkari has also allowed the barge owners to register under MSME. But the 2 crore loan we are not getting from the under that MSME scheme. CGT SME scheme asta pay, central government guaranteed scheme, that is not being given to us. That is not being given to us. That is not fair to us. We are asking the banks that if the government has started a scheme, you take the security. And there are two types of things. One is you give collateral security. In that case, the interest is 7.5%. And second is if you are not giving any security also, they have to give loan of 9%. So what I'm saying is when the government assures, when the central government has assured, the state government and the central government both being BJP at this time, they should make sure that these barge owners survive. See, mine owners will survive otherwise also. So their barge, anyway they don't have barges. But it's a Vedanta group. But आमकां जर सर्वायव जावपा जाय आनी आमचे फॅमिली सर्वायव जावपा जाय, आमचे वर्कर्स सर्वायव जावपा जाय जाल्यार हेल्प टू रिपेर द बार्जीस इज अ मस्ट. अँड नाव इफ यू स्टार्ट रिपेर बिकॉज मोर दॅन 100 टन तरी रिपेर आसतले प्रत्येक बार्जेक. कितले वर्सां जाले आतां. सो इफ 150 टन रिपेर हॅज टू बी डन अँड स्टील इज गॉन टू 60,000 प्लस कॉस्ट प्लस फॅब्रिकेशन कॉस्ट, we will require at least 2 crores, 2.5 crores to repair the barge.
Only the repair.
Only the repair.
Per barge.
Per barge.
Number of barge owners have also declined in
From 100 we have come to 36 only. And even the small jetties which are there, which were operating on the basis of small barges which are available in that market, those barges also have come down. There are only 14 operating barges remaining. And another 6-7 barges are there. One by one people are scrapping. It's a national wealth, no?
Yeah.
And if we don't maintain this wealth, we are just going to scrap these assets. They'll be going into the batti. It is not going to help.
So there was a time when Goa used to send barges to other states. So whenever the requirement come, now if the 20 million tons, that cargo starts, moving, then from where the barges will come?
Exactly. That is the reason what we are saying is we have to make sure that these barges survive. See, in Germany, when they had a what you call slowdown and ships were had to be stopped, they made sure that the ships survived. So when they revived back the economy in 2008, Magir, what they did was they had funded the ships or ship owners to maintain themselves for 2 years. After 2 years, when the business started, they were back, and the German ships carried cargo immediately. So the economy of Germany today, it is the most performing economy in the world. Not US. Germany is the best economy, but that is because they have taken care of their assets. So these are, though it is our owned by us, ultimately they are national wealth. So we require them to be repaired, and the crew also has to be maintained. Tomorrow we will not get the crew. Last 10 years where the crews are getting old. Now where they are going to get service time, so they have to give exemptions to the crew also. Those who have worked, to give them a shortened service, shorter year of service, and make sure that they are employable again at least when the mine what you call auction starts. We are happy that the government has allowed the auction, and it will happen somewhere in due course. But we are expecting that all this reaction, all the action should have started earlier. But nevertheless, if it is starting now, also it is work, we'll be able to survive.
One more question. I know you personally. We have been to Delhi together
Yeah.
on one occasion with regards to mining issue only. So I know that you have a direct access to certain ministers, union ministers, especially Nitin Gadkari ji. You have complained about this issue to him because that issue was really pertaining. It could have helped you if that 2 crore loans were given.
See, we are totally thankful to Mr. Gadkari ji, because one thing, we our barges were not allowed to operate on the coast. And when we put a request to Mr. Gadkari that allow the barges to operate on the coast, now I am proud to say that because of our submission to him, he saw the thing, yes, this can be done. He said, okay, other ministries are not doing anything, we are going to do something for you. So he has permitted now all our barges, if we want to operate on the coast, to convert them to coastal vessels, which was not possible. To have a coastal vessel, it requires almost 20 to 22 crores for a 2000 tonner. So much cost is required. But he has allowed our barges, which can be modified with little bit equipment, say about crore and odd rupees, we can convert on the coast. Now William DeCosta and myself, he has converted his 2 vessels. I have converted 1 vessel. Mr. Captain Ravi Peris has converted 2 vessels. Mr. Kamath, he has converted 1 vessel. So like this, people see that
Coastal
yes,
cargo.
yeah, and we are getting coastal cargo. For example, if you are bringing steel from Gujarat to Goa, it will cost you 3,000, 4,000 rupees per ton. Our barges can carry the same cargo for 700, 800 rupees per ton.
800.
Whose saving it is? It is the saving of the people of Goa. The cost of steel or cement, if we can bring it to Goa, because Goa is growing. If Goa has to grow, build hotels, build bridges, build so many activities, we are the net importer of all the goods.
So many bridges are being built.
So if we have to bring them, then such cheap accommodation is required. Similar to, and
Which is not happening.
which is now, because of Mr. Gadkari's intervention, we have converted, but funding is not available. We can convert more such vessels, and ArcelorMittal Group, the Saurashtra Cement, Sanghi Cement, they are looking for such vessels where but problem is what? Since we had defaulted in 2012 for no fault of ours, now today also the banks are not funding us. What is 1 crore? If we invest 1 crore, so bank has to, at least state government can instruct EDC, Economic Development Corporation of Goa, to fund these barges. Take security, barges are there.
Several banks flourished because of barge owners, and now those banks are only denying
They
it.
have forgotten that. Now, Atul and myself, we have got barges, each one, even today the market value is about 7 crores. Okay? We will not qualify for a scooter loan also.
No scooter loan to you.
Yeah. My peon gets a scooter loan because bank told me, sir, you have a defaulter, no, in 2012. I said, yeah, but I have repaid your loan, no, with all the money. So
That stamp is always
yeah,
there now.
it's like you are treated as a defaulter,
Yes.
which is not fair to us, because see, Chapter 11 in US gives a revival for every person to again come back. This we are not willful defaulters, and that is declared by the government, state government of Goa, that we are not willful defaulters. In their what you call 3rd September 2014, when they came out with the scheme, they have
That relief
started
scheme.
only. They have mentioned that truck owners, machinery owners, and barge owners are not willful defaulters. They have defaulted, but why? Because Supreme Court passed an order, and still they have not found out any solution. So we are not the willful defaulters. Hence, money
Still-
should.
still
but
there is
the
no
tag is still there. Sir, where we go, they told us, where is your loan? Where is your profit? What do you expect profit? If 3 years barges stopped from 2018, and you have not operated the barge, what profit on the loss account and balance sheet do you expect? In last 4 years,
Zero.
can we give zero?
It could be down minus only, not
Correct.
plus.
But you have to revive them. When a person starts a new barge, so replacement cost in barges is very high. Today our asset is worth, say, we can revive a vessel in about 1 or 2 crore loan, correct? To replace the cost, will require 8 crores. So who's gone? Unnecessary funds will be utilized for investing into barges, no, at some stage. And what will happen is the local people will not invest. It is the local people who should invest in the barges. And all of us are local. There are no people from outside Goa invested who invested in the barges.
See, to tell you this time,
Uh,
Atul has given you all the facts.
yeah.
Do you know that there are only 26 coastal vessels on the entire west coast of India? Now, we want to be a 5 trillion economy country very soon.
Yeah, just now we heard the speech.
With 26 coastal vessels, and coastal trade is one of the most environment friendly and economical mode of transport. 26 vessels. China, for this similar, has got about 20,000 vessels, and we got 26 on the west coast. And secondly, with the economics, now Atul has got 2 coastal vessels. The rates have not increased for the last 10 years. What about the costs? Costs have increased 5 times in the last 10 years. How does one work out? So we require the support of the government to survive, not only to
But
survive.
you are getting, at least anybody is getting the support, or there is no support?
There's no
Or
banks
50,
wise, the banks they are not don't
there is
want to
no
give.
control of the government over the banks. That
They
is how.
see state local banks they are coming under cooperative society. Even the state government can't provide funds to them. So private banks they want to invest money to give Mercedes loan to anybody. So there they will give 1 crore for a Mercedes loan. But where a productive asset which is going to earn something out of it, which will be helpful to the economy, where it will, what you call reduce the logistic cost of the country. That is, we see Nitin Gadkari has realized it. That is how what he has done is allowed the cheaper mode of transport to operate on the coast. He said, you have safety and all those characters you take, but cost of logistics has to come down. He's the only fellow who has realized it, and unfortunately, he's not the shipping minister today, but he was the MSME minister. So, the moment he became MSME minister, I told him, sir, put our industry also into MSME industry. Otherwise, we will not get loans. So, fortunately, we are put in the MSME industry.
But it has not happened.
But the loan is
But the loan, CGT SME loan, central government guaranteed scheme loan is not being disbursed. If the 30 fellows can stand up, and these barges will be available to us. Second thing is, we have got 7,516 kilometers of coastline. Now my coastal ship will charge 1,000 rupees for 1,500 rupees per ton. But inland barge can charge same cargo from Bombay to Goa in 600 rupees per ton. And road cost is 3,000 rupees per ton. If I have to bring steel from the steel plant
very
to
cheap.
JSW,
Very
it's
cheap.
3,000 rupees per ton.
In normal terms, if the cement is available at 450 here,
Yeah.
okay, with the road transport, what would be the cost of cement bag if it is through the coastal vessel?
See, from Bombay, if you are bringing cement, it is 3,000 rupees per ton, no? So per bag will be how much? 250 rupees, say 150 rupees per bag. Now that can be brought down by 100 rupees, no? Because we'll be able to transport for 50 rupees.
Normally, a truck, a standard tipper truck, also would carry 10 tons, a bigger truck, say 20 tons. Today, our barge, the smallest this barge moving on the coast, SOC, is 2,000 tons. Can you imagine? We would stop pollution or restrict pollution. What about congestion on the roads? What about fuel expenses? Can you imagine?
What about the saving of the
Yeah.
days due to the road operation on the road, truck operation on
I'm
the road?
carrying 100 tons, 100
Safely.
times more cargo safely.
20 times.
No, 20 tons of a truck and 2,000
Yeah,
tons.
2,000 times.
But there is no hope.
No,
For
hope is there. We are hoping that the central government should do
I
something.
am listening to this hope since 2013.
Yeah, but we have not still given a hope. At least because of intervention of Mr. Gadkari, we have got this SOC that is called Statement of Compliance. If we get the funds, all of us will convert.
One frank opinion: when you all come to these kind of functions, big functions, and when you hear the future, things like they have this agenda in mind. They want to, like how Sir said about 5 trillion economy and all that. But when it is practically, if it is not happening, how it, whether it pains you or it is okay.
No, it pains me only for the reason that see there was one DG shipping earlier who had a budget of about 500 crores. So what I told him, suppose somebody wants to carry cargo anywhere on the coast, we have got 7,516 kilometers of coastline. Now our port cost, say let us say Marmugao Port Authority, they have got a different port cost. So what we require, there has to be a port or a jetty every 100 kilometers or even 50 kilometers. How many jetties will be required? 75 or 150 jetties will be required. What is the cost of those jetties? Hardly 10 crores.
But jetties are being opposed
Not
in
there.
Goa, no?
There are not
But it is
there.
also being opposed.
Let it be opposed in Goa, but there is one jetty which has come with Alcon. There is a jetty of Vedanta Group. Now that cargoes can be traveled
Yeah.
cheaper. Understood? And more the jetties, the more the carrying of cargo, no? See, tomorrow you cannot tell person sending the cargo from Ratnagiri to Goa, just because my barge has to be employed, you go to Ratnagiri to Bombay and then Bombay to come back, to mental to Pisasa. But there should be jetty in Ratnagiri. Fortunately, Ratnagiri jetty is there. So some cargo from say Ultratech Cement comes from Ratnagiri.
You have to identify places where you can come with jetties. Yes, we do not want to spoil the sentiments of the people or work against the people. Now let's look here in Kortalim. We have got where these FCI godowns are down there. That place can be dredged, you can make finger jetties, and you can operate. Now, which public will oppose that at Kortalim? Do you envisage that anyone will oppose that place
No, we
near
have
the
to be.
Kortalim?
We have to take the environmentalists into confidence. We have to tell them that yes, in these jetties we are going to bring steel, we are going to bring cement, which is required for Goa. It is going to be cheaper. It is going to be cheaper for the people. The bag of cement cost will come down. If that happens, people will accept.
You have so many plans, but nothing is getting being implemented. How
That is true.
painful it is.
See, it is painful, but even if we make 100 efforts and one succeeds, we are happy. See, it takes time, things have to percolate down. We are working against a lot of impediments. But as I said, even if one effort out of 100 succeeds, it has made our day.
That's true. Another thing is for a common man to understand, because you people are representative of barge industry, which it's more than a lakh of people, directly, indirectly employed. What is the situation down the line at the grassroots level presently going?
See, grassroots level, say what I'm taking, starting with the economy of Vasco. You must have seen how many people have left Vasco. You see the shops, a shopkeeper who's having a cloth shop or ready-made cloth store in Vasco. He has got two shops, one in here and one in Mapsa. Mapsa, his turnover is 4 times Vasco. Because whatever shopping takes place in Vasco is maintenance level shopping, not for comfort level shopping. So people today in Vasco are not doing splurging on what you call festival. Festival also we don't spend so much money because there is no money. Port people, see they're doing port population which was there when I was the trustee, we had 2,500 port employees. Today we are half the port employees because there is no work. Berth number 9 is totally dismantled. Now if you want to replace that cost, it is going to cost 600 crores. Who will invest money? So all these things, if Goa has to improve and we are mining has to improve, then these investments have to be protected. What we
You people still have the hope that things will improve in the future.
Yeah, we are expecting a change of politicians for this year also is there. So hope that our new representatives of Vasco, they should also take up this issue irrespective of party affiliations. If that happens, then I feel that there should be, something better
Something better will
for the
happen.
industry.
Your closing
See,
statement.
we are universally optimistic. And we know we have got the people. Only the people have to work in earnest. I'm not only talking even the political class. If they work for Goa, as Goa is theirs as well as ours, definitely the future is bright. There are a lot of impediments. I'm not trying to say. There are a lot of compromises to be made. But eventually, if we are, totally motivated, we can definitely succeed.
Well, these are the words of this, people from the barge industry. They have represented a barge industry since long, long years. They still hope that things will improve even in the future. Things will come in place. So, with this hope, uh, let's conclude our chat. Thank you very much, sir,
Thank
to
you. Thank
talking
you.
to us. Thank you, sir,
Thank you so much.
and keep watching Goa News now. Thank you very much.